I managed to get a job without any experience, and here's how you can too. At the end of this video, you'll know 5 essential things to help you land your first job. So make sure you stick around to the end of this video so you don't miss out on any important information that I'm about to share with you guys. First advice is when it comes to applying on job sites such as Indeed, make sure you apply to everything that you are able to do. Don't discriminate. Obviously, as long as you're physically able to do it. For example, don't apply to a job in Scotland if you live in the south of England, for instance, because that's just not going to work. And obviously apply for jobs that are suited to your availability. But other than that, other than those 2 things really, apply for every job that you can, that you are able to do. If it's a cleaning job, if it's a care job, just apply for it, because at this stage, let's be completely honest, beggars can't be choosers. If you're struggling to find a job, then you can't be picky. You need to try and get that first job at least so you can put some experience on your CV, and then soon after that you can move on to the one that you actually want. When it comes to Indeed as well, switch on job alerts, so every time there's like a good retail opportunity, a good job opportunity within your local area, it will alert you by email or by notification so that you can go and apply for it. But the job alerts won't always alert you, so make sure you keep checking, keep going on there like every few hours or so, checking for new jobs so that you don't miss out on any good opportunities. Second advice is look for links. Ask your friends, ask your family, ask around, ask them if they can maybe put in a good word to their manager for you, and ask them on behalf of you if they have any vacancies. That was actually how I managed to land my first ever job after I finished my GCSEs, because my friend, she was working in a pharmacy through her aunt because her aunt worked there, and I asked my friend, do you think I can maybe get a job there as well? And then she was like, oh yeah, just go up to him and ask so and so, and then hopefully he'll give you a place. And that's what I did, and he interviewed me on the spot, and then I got the job through that. So looking for links is probably one of the most foolproof ways of getting a job, because you know the mainstream websites like Indeed, there is a lot of competition on those sites. So for something like retail, because there's so many other people out there, so many students who also want to work in retail, it's very difficult to get a job through that. So keep your options open, look for opportunities outside of those mainstream job websites, and look for links with your friends and family. Third advice is don't shy away from volunteering opportunities and work experience opportunities. Even though like I get it, you want to get money now, you want to earn money, you want to earn the bank, but in order to get the bank, you need to do the stuff that you don't necessarily want to do first to get to that job that you want in the end. That may mean volunteering in a charity shop, volunteering in a care home, doing things like that, even if you don't earn any money, because it will give you valuable experience that you can put on your CV. One of the main issues why people don't get hired in retail jobs nowadays is because they don't have enough experience. So you need to get the experience first of all, right? You might end up getting lucky, which is why I say just indiscriminately apply every single day. But for me, after I left that pharmacy job that I had and I was trying to get into retail, I was applying to hundreds of jobs and I was not getting it because I didn't have any retail experience. So I went and I volunteered in a local charity shop, you know, serving customers on the till so I could put that experience on my CV. And I also managed to get a temporary contact with a retail job, and I got more experience from there. And then after that, that was when I got my first permanent retail job. Next advice is look for other money making opportunities. That's something that you can put on your CV as well. For example, one thing that I did was, you know, going to those local fairs and setting up a stall there. That's, you know, in a way running a small business. That can give you extra brownie points in regards to the employers. My uncle, when he was young and he was looking for jobs at first when he was a teenager, he was washing people's cars for £5 an hour and doing things like freelancing, running some kind of small business online, like opening an Etsy store for instance. Doing things like that will give you experience and also an alternative stream of income, and you never know, if that was to take off in the future, that might be your main source of income in the future, in the long term. So don't fully rely on these, you know, these retail jobs and these part-time jobs, because there are other ways of making money if you really need it and if you really want it. My last advice is get experienced employed people to, you know, critique your CV. I say experienced employed because by that I emphasize don't get like your Uncle Bob or something to critique your CV if he has never gotten a job in his life. It of course needs to be people who already have a foolproof CV and who know their stuff. Because if I was to look at my CV when I first made one and my CV now, even though like, obviously I have more stuff to put on my CV now, in terms of simply just the layout, the way I worded things, I definitely could have benefited with somebody sitting down with me and looking over it. Because for employers, obviously the CV is one of the first things that they see. So you need to make sure that it's bulletproof and that it's well laid out. It has a good structure and there's no waffle on there. And waffling was definitely one of my weaknesses, to say the least. The main thing is to just persevere. Like I said before, I probably applied for around 200 jobs before I managed to land my first ever retail job. It takes time and it takes a lot of rejection. You get used to getting rejected and seeing those rejection emails come flowing in. Disheartening in the beginning, but you just have to keep pushing it. You just have to keep trying. That's the main thing. A lot of you have just finished your GCSEs and will be going into college next year. So if you want the best possible grades for your A-levels and want some extra help during your college years, you can have an experienced tutor on LessonWise guide you through it. If you're interested, just click on the link that I left in the description. I'll take you to a page. You just have to fill out a really quick form. It takes 30 seconds so that they can match you with a tutor and get you started on your first free lesson. first lesson is free. That's all my advice. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments or you can email me. My email is in my channel bio. Good luck with your job search, you got this, and yeah.